Dear friends in Christ Jesus, in today's Gospel we could see a place mentioned called the Lake of Gennesaret, which is also called as the Sea of Galilee, the Sea of Tiberias. Gennesaret means a lovely plain, a fertile land which is located near the river, which was the Lake of Gennesaret. So according to the Gospel of Luke, Jesus' ministry is full-fledged way. In a full-fledged way, it is starting from this particular miracle which he does. The important thing which we must notice is, before this miracle, we saw Jesus in Luke chapter 4 verse 44, he was preaching in the synagogues of Judea. Then he came to the lake of Gennesaret. In Luke chapter 6 verse 20, he makes the sermon on the plain. So wherever Jesus is moving on, he makes preaching. He does not want a pulpit like this. He does not want a comfort place, a nice altar. It shows that his focus is about evangelizing the people through the gospel, not about the place, not about the comfort zones. So evangelization and preaching is always focused on the people and evangelization. This is what the lesson we learn from it. And the miracle which happened in today's gospel has three main focal elements which we could see. The first one is Simon Peter accepts Jesus. The moment Jesus gets into his boat, he accepts him and recognizes him and calls him as master. There is no master in earth than Christ, is the words of Jesus. And he recognized Jesus as his own master. My dear friends, whenever you need a miracle, first thing which you must do is to recognize Jesus, to accept Jesus in your lives. The second point which we must notice in this miracle is, there should be a spirit which is making an effort. Even Simon Peter was a fisherman. He knows when to catch fish, but he could not catch. No fish was being in his net all through the night. But particularly Jesus is telling him, but giving out everything, he is making an effort. That's what we read. Ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. We must ask, we must seek, we must knock. There should be an effort where we can regain God's blessing. The third point is, there should be a spirit which will make attempt in a hopeless situation. As I told before, Simon Peter is in a hopeless situation of that particular day. He could not sell fish, so the daily wages routine is stopped that day. A hopeless situation. He does not know what is going to happen. But as Jesus stepped into the boat, in that hopeless situation, he makes that effort. Out of what he is making that's what we read in Luke chapter 18 verse 27. What is impossible with man is possible with God. That's, my dear friends, when Jesus is recognized in our lives, if Jesus is in our midst, all the things which are impossible for our eyes is possible in the sight of God. We read the words of St. Augustine which goes like this. We must understand that even though God does not always give us what we want, He gives us what we need at the right time for our salvation. So, my dear friends, I would like to invite you all to meditate upon this particular gospel. By meditating it, receive Jesus in your lives. Make an effort. Even if it is in a hopeless situation, there is God who will make things possible.